はい、お願いします。Okay. Be very easy with yourself. Okay, now I'm going to do this. Yeah, and easiness. Everything out there can pull me out into it. When you're easy, you're very conscious of what's out there, but there's an interior balance. My movement starts to move. Like, I got to move. You're easy there. Easy motion. Ah, Any movement has a flow to it. Okay, now if I'm too tense and too programmed, that flow can't really happen. So that easiness with yourself allows more energy to move in a balanced way. Right? So almost any movement has a flow as long as there's an easiness in my own system. An easiness in my own system. Easiness in my own system. If there's still a base or ground, but I'm set, I'm too occupied setting in reaction to something out there, settle past that a bit. Whatever movement you're doing, if I'm easy with it, there's kind of a flow there. Easy with it, there's a flow there. If I'm too tense, I'm doing it out there, and you're reacting or doing something that I think I have to do. And you're kind of right here. If I'm easy with me, there's a pretty good chance there's a flow happening. And okay, I got to do that. Now, if I'm easy, there's a flow. I can kind of ride that flow a bit. I need to go that way. Easy, there's a flow in that direction. Easy, there's an opening flow. Okay, easy, there's a gathering flow. The opening flow and the gathering underflow. Yeah, I'm easy. I don't interfere with it. Okay, I'm conscious of it. And when I'm easy with it, I'm relaxed. I'm appreciating it. What we call I tends to want to overdo things. If it's easy, the I is also easy. The I is also easy. The energy oftentimes moves. And we're in a flow experience with it. Flow experience with it. Flow experience with it. When too tight, I tend to kind of gather around, tries to do so much. So breathe, easy, open, settle, boom, there's motion. It's different than I have to remove. It's a flow, 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 flow. Hey, everybody, up. And sometimes, let's do two hands. And I'm easy here. Almost like there's movement I don't catch when I'm reacting out there. There's like a gentle undertow there, right? But the easier I am with myself, the more the energy can kind of flow through me and sort of, we both go for a ride, okay? So easy means to kind of settle with yourself. Right? I can cross. We can do this as a stretching motion. Things may go my way, except I'm too reactive and too tense, so they can't flow. Oh. We can stretch together on this. I can open, relax ground. You can trust me because I'm not going to drop them. Okay? All right? Let's open with that Tanto Dori motion. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, what I'd like you to do a little bit more, okay, as he's coming in, it's going to take me a lot of steps to establish a ground or a base, right? I feel backed into a corner. Oh, I'm like a reed in the wind. I'm going to bend with it, be supple. And then at that point, whoa, I settled into that motion, okay? So, okay, okay. Okay, let's just stay right here. We're in a balloon ride. In wine country, I did that once. It was fun. You go to vacation. Yeah, you let go of things. I'm not easy enough. I can be very easy with myself, or I'm just going to carry all my problems on the balloon ride now. There's still gravity. Without that, we float into outer space. But right about here, we feel the weight, we react. Hey. Hey. Feel the weight, I feel the situation, I'm reacting to it. I can get easy with it. Huh? Now here, the balloon is gonna rise. We're both in the balloon together. Okay. And sometimes you play a game, you give me a good squeeze. Okay, all right, okay. Okay, all right. Okay. Well, what we do is this is totally the opposite, for example, you know. Something's trying to put the squeeze on you. Don't to relax and let go. Okay, right? In that motion. Okay? Now, this is a more immediate one. We're pretending this is real, obviously. Now, you know, there's all this crazy stuff here. But the fact is, you know, what's going to really do you in? Stab. Somebody gets you here. So we cover that. Okay? So what I thought we'd do, once you get out there, so there's a thrusting motion, okay? And it's like easy with it. Real quick. Some real quick. Easy with it. I haven't taken it yet. Come on. flash or something. It's just easy here. There's still a connection. Grab too quick, it's a reaction. So it comes kind of quicker. It's awful on. Now, there's low and high. I'd rather have somebody, I don't want somebody, for example, one where I go, I don't want somebody to come over the top of me. So, it's not high per se, but it's this way. Okay, yeah. This way. Yeah. I'm just gonna practice that motion. We'll try the other side, the left-handed side. It's like a move, feel. I'm taking semi, but I'm not good. Come on in. Now I don't want to go this way. Of course. Now what you can do a little bit. And now floppy. This is like a extension here. There's not a lot of twist here. And you just are going to go for a walk to the other side. See how the blade stays away from you? And here, if it's double edged, but there's a cutting edge here. I can take it this way. We have that motion. So this was a little bit of playful pressure. Okay. Easy. Stupid move. But if he wants to come in underneath me, stupid move. Come on in. Just extend this hand. This is like a sword. I'm just going to point the blade towards him and walk to the other side, not twist. And see how that stays away. Now I'm not going to grab this side if it's one-sided. I'm going to take the non-cutting side. Okay. So let's. There are some Tanto right over there. So let's pair up, change partners. Okay. I might on that one. Just you you don't have to drop. Okay. One of the things I kind of want to be able to do is just say in this direction. Okay. Now right here, I grab too quick. You can move. There's a lot of stuff you can do. So, I'm in the act of grabbing, but it's so easy here. Now, I'll point the knife towards him. Okay, now here, we got that motion. Okay, now, this is a crazy one. All right, so be very careful here. Now here, don't just always drop to the ground and mechanically pin because in a real situation might be another attacker. Okay, all right. Go the other way. Okay, now right here, what you're gonna do. Okay, now see this? The blade of your hand is gonna go right there. Okay, thumb up. But just don't worry about anything. Just extend and walk. Okay, and keep extending. He turns himself over. Okay, good. All right, now get in position. Okay, now form an X with your thumb. Now get your other hand here, right there. Put that against your foot and lean, bend towards him that way. Okay, whoops. Okay. Yeah, one of the things about this one is if you're coming in this way, it's body first, hand second. So come on in. Just a second. Body first. Come on. Yes, yes, yes. There's that weight under there. All right. Now, what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to rotate my hip and turn that towards you before I take any steps. You know what I mean? All right. But if we, for example, give it to David, all right, I want you to see a little bit right here. They're coming over here. Hands too quick. So first of all, body. Boom. Yeah. Point it towards him. See, a lot of times if I'm going too low, I don't want somebody big coming over the top. So we're going, first of all, okay, now I'm going to turn. Okay, it's the hip moving this way. Well, it's not your hands moving, all right? Whoa, okay. The hip rotates. All right, you see that motion? Yeah. So a couple of little tips. That's an infinite move. So the more you learn, the more there is to learn. Okay, all right, keep going. Okay, now I'm going to examine you on this Pico de Guy shape, okay? Okay, the other side. Yeah, one of the things about that, a lot of people don't like it. But for example, if you give me your wrist for a little bit, okay, we're just going to go this way. All right. Against the back leg. Here, go forward, crawl. All right, good. Okay. Crawl. Oh, yeah. People up north don't like that. They said, well, you know, your mother since they looked at me doing that one, said, that's like a dog urinating on a fire hydrant. Yeah. But on the other hand, you know, it looks more elegant this way. The rock. Yeah. Right? So we go this way. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. Yeah. Go. All right. To the other side. Okay. All right. Okay. So the ski coat of ice is a really good one right there. Okay. Good one. You know. Let's see. Now, again, this is sharp, right? The stupid moves. Stupid moves. We're not going to do that one. I'd rather you have one good move than like, 15 different ones, okay? All right, so the ski Kotegaeshi is good one. Now what we're going to do This is dangerous. I can dance around and be very difficult to deal with. I talked to Robert Koga once, and this one officer went up to him and said, "Shouldn't you be carrying knives too?" Or to somebody, "Is a knife, you got a knife, shouldn't I have a knife too?" And Koga looked at him and said, "Look, you got a badge, you got a gun, you got a nightstick." Okay, the other thing he told me was, if you ever face this, look around, get a chair, take your shoe off, take your belt off, take your jacket off, do something, don't face a knife attack, totally unarmed, but we're kind of, okay. So what we're gonna do now is go through the stab from a yokel man, okay? So one of the things right here is we wanna, now come on in, okay, good. Now that, I had to manufacture something, I was going, oh, something. No, you have to be really stupid here, but it's pointed towards him now. We're not gonna do that move. But what we're going to do here is he's coming in. Now, if I go this way, he touched my wrist. Okay, so see how the thumb goes it's from the top. Come on, yes, I'm turning the blade away. I don't particularly like this takedown. So what we do right here, boom. Okay. Don't do this stuff too fast because you get all your information scrambled. On the other hand, you have to move because you want that information to be more field experience, not just, oh, I know it. Okay? Now he's going to come in with the other hand. This is a stab motion. Okay? Now, the other thing you could do is you could come in with a slash movement. All right? Slash movement. Okay, good. And right here, I could be stupid, so remember. It's a knife taking. This is there just to look at your thought patterns. Are you locked into the body technique? Are you reacting to the fact that it's a knife taking? So you want to have all your information to show that you're kind of in a positive state. You're very easy. Easy doesn't mean sloppy. And that's a very difficult lesson to learn. Okay, so he's coming in here, first of all. Stab. That'll kill you. The other stuff can mess you up really bad. That'll kill you. Okay, okay, so right here, boom, boom, boom. Underneath, we do this a lot for EQ. Low kill, you're past the wrist, under the wrist, above the wrist. Thumb turns, the blade turns back towards him. Now here, you can also trim climb. Now this is something I don't particularly like. There's a certain amount of pressure here. Let's say you drop it and you rotate the hip, and that happens, it's helping pick it up. But oh, let's see. That wouldn't be a good move. See that? Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're just going to go into the Yoko Manucci go kill movement. I had one class of that in Japan. Kojima Sensei taught it. One class. Okay. Came back here, we did all these tests. We had to learn all these stupid knife defenses. Okay. And you know, what Robert Koga told me, he says, you know, that stuff gets you in a lot of trouble. As he told this one guy, you want a knife so you can fight a knife fighter with a knife? You got a gun? You're a police officer. Okay? You've got a nightstick, you've got a badge. You got permission to use the nightstick. Don't knife fight with a knife fighter. Okay. All right. So let's get the same partner. Okay, we'll give you this one back here. Okay, we're switching to the stab of the yoke movement. Okay. Okay. Now, one thing about that, let's say you're coming in. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, what I want you to see is when you start here, you can change what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. But when you're coming in, there's that moment. See that motion? So you extend, boom. That's when you step it. Okay, well, I'm going to do this. Well, there's a lot of openings that are there. You see what I mean? But there's that moment right here. Boom. That moment. That's what you want. Now, if I go like this or something like that, well, there's a lot, but he just punched me in the ribs and then get me with that. So you want to go, he's a little surprised. Okay. He's overextended. Boom. Boom. Right? All right. So when I'm coming at you, just into the first part, intercept. Well, it's a block. When you block, you set, block.
Yeah.
You know, extend through it.
Right.
Oh, what happened right there? Don't go for the Gokyo unless you get that. You see? Yeah, that's too hard. See, if you do that, come that way, then I'm going to adjust it. Soft, easy, but extend through it. You redirect my power. Good. Feel that? Then you do the change. You don't do the change. The change is useless if it's a block. People do it all the time on black belt tests and know the technique, but they don't understand. There's one video of Steven Seagal. He's teaching prop something, and he's having somebody come at him with a right hook, you know, just things like that. It's the same thing. Keep coming, you know, all right? And so do it again. And he went, oh, I found a hole. And he goes, oh, Steven Seagal move there.
Uh-huh.
You don't move until you find that hole. You see what I mean?
Right.
I mean, you know, you get away with a black belt test, most black belt tests block. But I'm just saying that you know, it's not that it's going to save your life, but remember, you might as well think as opposed to just react and learn the pattern.
Right.
You see? Okay? So, you know, timing wise. Okay. Now, even softer. Oh, wow. See, that was easier, even easier. Okay. Wow, that's if you go that way, I go like that. If you give me a chance to, if you react, I'll react back. It's so easy. I'm coming to some. Good. That makes sense? Okay. I'm coming at you. You're easy there. If you collide and set, I'm going to reset. Okay? Okay, now a couple of things right here. Okay, wait. Now you can go either way. Be easy, just turn your hips and keep your hands extended right about here. You know what we're going to do right there. It's a combination, but I'm not a push, but it's like your hands are vibrating. Right? Boom. Vibrating ball. Okay? Now the other one, Okay, he's coming in again. Just let me go this way. So this goes. You want to turn it away. Most people do this one, which is the 10 count. Slowly rotate your hip. Now you don't pull here. You just really just relax. You get the same place where you just extend in there. Okay. When you, for example, if you get down here, okay. Now I'm going to take down. I'm not going to twist or pull. I'm going to relax, and there's kind of like a vibration that goes through it. Okay? I mean, you know, it's energy. How do you vibrate through your palm? Okay, now for example, here, don't vibrate yet. Just rotate so you get a. Now right about here, wrinkle levels, we finish that way. So, feel that motion there? Okay. Okay, now step in. Okay, now on this one, you can go back. It's just a different move. But step in, and this okay now. Cool. Okay. Okay, now. They don't look at the knife, see the whole room. Okay, good. All you did, like seeing the whole room, the system got into an easier place with itself. Okay, good. Now, you know, don't think, but you're going to pivot, step, pivot. Now, just turn and let me get there. Now, add the vibrating palm. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. Good. And now you just details. Yeah. All right. The position here where you can step in forward and input. Okay, so if he's coming at you, now remember, do what you did with me. See the whole room, step in, extend out. Okay, good. Now, hand position, good. Now, this hand goes, don't, good. Now you're going to step in, other foot. Now you're going to turn. I'm just going to relax. I'm going to turn some more. Don't put any pressure on it. When you get more in that horizontal direction, then you have that vibrating palm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. One of the things I kind of want us to do here. Yeah. Now, what we're going to do is work the Shomen Uchi stab motion. Okay. Now, for example, we're here. Now, I don't like this move because a lot of it is. Now you position in here, so you like to extend the elbow a little bit. But please don't snap anybody. Tap if you want me to stop. Okay, good. All right. Reach around. Hey, that's pretty common. It's an Irimi-Nage derivative, okay? But you finish different. Okay. Now the knife taking, what's interesting is most people learn it the way they learn the body movements. But the whole purpose of the knife taking is the fact that, your attention, doing largely the same techniques you do without, the simulated knife. But the ability for you to recognize that the situation requires, off of your basic body movement, a sense of situational intelligence. Okay. Now, Mary Heine Sensei, she said, okay, Hombu Dojo, they never got instructed at all in this. I had one lesson, Kojima Sensei taught it. All right. So what happens is, when you're taking a test, they prep you with it. You find somebody who sort of knows it. But a lot of times, a lot of information doesn't get passed on that way because you're just learning a form to pass the test. Guess what? You remember that from school, don't you? You're learning stuff to pass an exam. Where's that knowledge now? Right? So what we're going to do, come on, not see, I go this way, stab my leg. I reach around. Reason I don't like this, he's wearing a t-shirt. I mean, you could go this way. But, yeah. Now, the knee I'm going to go down on is the one closest to him. Sliding tape. Yeah. None of this stuff should be rushed, by the way. A lot of things for a black belt test, you do it fast and test people. All right. Live blade stuff, which this isn't. But you can simulate that in your own mind. It's a situation. Yeah, your basic movement is your Aikido body movement. But now you're in a situation. Where's your situational intelligence? Most people, they get so caught up in the form, they never develop it. All right. So he comes in this way. No, I'm done. We don't do this for meaning order, right? This is here. Oh. Listen, no, you feel. Now, what am I going to do here? It's fine. So we're going to settle. The weight goes on the side. Very easy here. Okay. All right. And elbow. Be gentle with each other, but convincing. Okay. As I said, I don't like that much, but it's pot, so we might as well kind of give some credence to it. Okay. Keep the same partner. Okay. Okay, now when you're there, you got to kind of, why don't you let me in for a second? Okay. So first of all, you're thinking, but you don't take this way because then people react. Okay. Oh, somebody you want to come in with your knife, so I'm suspended here. Now, I'm going to get the thumb and then boom, this is not fun. Okay. This is from the trash bin of Aikido. Okay. Which means it's more jujitsu. So you want to actually slide when you get this, you grab, and then, but even here, instead of it, you're settling your weight underside. If I'm here, you're going to fight me all the way down here. It's kind of over. I don't want to just throw you because you're down there with a knife, right? So we have that crazy. Okay. Now, the foot that's furthest away is the foot that we extend the elbow on. Okay? And if somebody's ignoring your tap, which means, like, okay? Okay? All right, it's a little clearer. All right? So you, you don't want to choke yourself. You see your feel. You could. I mean, if you get, you'd have to go. What? See, there's a choke where you get this, and there's a choke where you get this. If you go far enough, which is hard to do, so you work the frontal choke, not the side choke. This cuts the air off. This cuts the blood off. Okay. And a good one, you get both. A heat choke. All right. Actually, I learned this one from Frank Duran, because he had a lot of judo experience. He taught hand-to-hand combat in the Marines, so he taught it at the self-defense workshop. He used me as a demonstrator. I really don't like that, the choke stuff. Some people, that's all they want to do is just on the ground and choke you out. But they have a certain amount. Let's just say you come in with a showman. Okay, we go this way. I'm going to go this way. All right. Now this. I mean, it's an older style. There's a little bit more jujitsu type stuff in it. Okay. So it kind of exists in there. But, for example, you're going here, you have to control that arm. But you have to get the same position here, and then you got to relax. So you don't want to try to pull somebody down. They're going to, okay. All right. Okay. Now you're in a bad position. Okay. So okay. So you're coming in this way. Good. Good. I'm still in the same position when boom. Okay. Now this is, what did I do? I yanked it. No, I didn't. I settled weight underside. Okay. And the thing is, if choke is getting a little too abusive, tap like that, I'll stop. Okay. I don't mind. Then what I'm going to do, see, the outside leg is the one here. And then if he drops it, you got to make sure that you get it. Okay? So if you come in this direction here, like I said, come in this direction. Okay. Now I got to rotate the hip a little bit more. So I'm not going to jerk you around. I just got to go weight underside right here. Okay? And it's the outside leg. Right? Once you felt it, you go, oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never see why people want to do judo. I hate chokes. Frank Duran, since they demonstrated on me once in a self-defense workshop, I went, holy Toledo, euphemism for something else. Wow. All right. So, got to clean that up. Okay, so the Urinage is just right here, but you actually, control is not that. See what I mean? If I'm going to control you, you're going to react. It's easier. The weight is underside. See? Okay. Yeah. If he's there and he's strong, and I go this way, he's going to be stronger, so I'm this way. Most everything in Aikido is just learning to let your system be easy and and to show situational intelligence. You can cover that up with a lot of technical muscle. If you look at the Ukraine war, Putin thought they were going to get that done in a couple of days. Well, guess what? He miscalculated, didn't he? Victory uniforms, take them. They don't need bullets to. I mean, I'm glad he didn't plan well. I'm not so glad the war is people are dying both sides. But you know, if you're coming in this direction, then we're over here. Right? Now, Irimi Nage, you know, you go this way, but you got a knife, that's a different thing, right? So we're here. And what I'm going to do is rotate a little bit more. Now you're over and you're big. You're not going to do me. I'm going to wait on your side right there. Get that feeling a little bit. Okay? That's the crux of a movement. You can learn the form and wrestle somebody down, but there's a lesson there. Okay? Keep going. All right. No. Yeah. Yeah. Keep it flatter this way.
Like that?
Slide. Just a little pressure. You start to let go. I don't like that either. It's in the lexicon, you know. I don't like it. I'm sure Steve Kerr looked at that and says, you know, there are plays in our offense I really don't like.
Yeah.
Like those one-handed cross-court passes you throw stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like those plays.
That's.
I remember the game that Clay hit 60 points, right? He threw one of those and it was almost intercepted for a, you know, a turnover dunk. The guy just missed it and Clay hit it three. I was thinking that there's that much does not like that long. Yeah. So this is kind of one of those things. Okay. All right. Now, this is the other really serious one, okay? Okay. Now there's knife here, and there's knife beside. They're both serious. Okay. Now, knife here. If I go this way, he reacts, he goes back. So put it there. You have to have your weight on your side. See what I mean? If I go, guess what? All right. Now I'm going to take some wraps under, keep it towards him, step back. This one. Stay right here. Go forward, crawl forward. Not a good angle for him. So I don't do this one. Okay. And here, from the non-cutting side. Okay. This is flat in the middle here. And what's he going to do? He's going to go back. So put it right there. He's going to, yeah. Okay. So, weight is under. Come on. Okay. Now turn it towards him. Step back. Fingers over fingers. This is surprisingly effective. I'm going to prop the lead leg here, give him a stretch. And again, I'm going to pay attention to what the cutting side is and take from the non-cutting side. Okay? Now the other one. Side. Not here. You go this way, weight under here, you stash yourself. Turn, put it in your face, step back. Again, non-cutting side. If all you see is knife to the throat, you've got to make a read whether it's here or here. You understand? A lot of people don't. I wouldn't want to be in this situation or that situation. Okay? But right now, we're working side, big mistake, what we just did. Rotate your hip. Disengage, step back. Got it, motion. Keep this on. Whoops. He dropped it, pick it up. If you can, grab the momentum cutting edge. For two separate things. Remember, the weight underside is good here. The jerk is not. And remember here, don't confuse this with this. Because if you go weight underside here, so here, you turn the knife back towards them. Okay, all right. So keep the partner for the team you're with. Let's continue. Yeah, it's important that you know what works here doesn't work here. Okay. And a lot of times it's not all that clear. People say, make the throws, I got it. And somebody holds you this way, well, guess what? You see what I mean? Or you get this, you can't turn it towards them. You say, see what? Like since I didn't, I thought, no, for that one, the weight is under. It's all common sense, but situationally, you start to think and react, and all of a sudden, our common sense goes, okay, so it's a little clearer. Okay, all right. Okay, now we got to clean that one up. Okay, now that's the first of all. He's got you right here. Okay. Weight under, not jerk down because he goes this way. Yeah, hold on. Put it right there. Come on, right there. Boom. Okay. So, for example, if I'm here, okay, all right, I got to get closer with this one. Weight under. Okay, good. Okay, one more time. Don't jerk or pull. Weight under. Good. Okay, now. And now what you do is you step back, and then you put your fingers over mine. And then you turn this way, and that's your movement, okay? See, he's making a fist here. Fingers over fingers. Go this way. Yeah. 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 So once you hold, and just stop. See, fingers over your fingers. Fingers over your fingers. Bend the wrist. It's surprisingly effective. I'm going to just lean forward, give you a stretch, and take it from the non-cutting side. Okay? Right? Sure. I guess you two are working together. We need a little prepping on this.
Yes,
Yeah. So go through this stuff with him a bit.
we've been
Okay.
working on it. It's just,
Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is say, okay, you can get the form, you can do it fast, but you wouldn't want to rush things if it's a real situation.
no,
And you'd want to have a kind of a game plan and intelligence,
well,
I don't know how many people know the difference between the knife at the throat here and the knife at the throat here, but it's pretty stark. Right? Not that I would want to be in either situation. Right?
well, I've been, when I train with people, I've been making that distinction for
Okay.
about 20 years since you showed it to us.
It's
It's
pretty
like,
graphic.
you went, the first time you showed us that, I don't exactly remember when, but I went, oh, yeah.
I used to watch black belt test after black belt test. And, people would be athletically doing all this stuff. And there was absolutely no intelligence to their movement. They moved athletically well, but the situation itself, it's supposed to, you're part of the blend is kind of a sense of the situation you're in, not just technique, right?
For me, Tanto Dori like this was where I really started to intentionally go, oh, I have to really
Yeah.
learn how this stuff works on my own and not depend on senior students or
Yeah.
teachers showing me everything.
Yeah.
But some of this, this distinction, it's like if you, once somebody points that out to you, you can't forget it.
I hope not. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, what we're going to do here is, let me just give me that there. Okay. The other one I don't really like is, go this way. It's called the splash. I don't like that at all. But for one thing, a lot of times you do splashes and your gains are defense off of that. But one of the things, this is one of the few times we move in. Most people work off of this. But really the way it's timed is that, they work off of this motion. But this is kind of like, the first one's kind of like a yokelman, so you're actually stepping in. Okay, and again, grab this way, he comes in anyway, because look, the weight is undersized, you're easy with it. So keep the blade away, I'm gonna keep rotating, and then take from, if it's double edge, you take the middle, and you're very conscious that there's the sharp side, okay? Situational intelligence. Now you sweep the other way. Okay, usually lower for the body. Yeah. Okay, so now remember this one. This works here. Okay. The other thing is he's coming in this way. Boom. Okay, good. Okay, works here as well. And now right here, this is an awkward situation. So boom. Okay, we're not going to do that one, but we're for it. I don't particularly like that sequence. I used to go to these black belt tests and oh my God, I got to learn how to teach that. Okay. It's interesting. The one nice taking class I had with Tojiba Sensei, he taught situationally. He didn't teach you just detail-wise. You had to sort of have a sense that you picked the details up because you had a basic physical training with the Yokomenuchi attack, right? But, it's okay in this situation, ta-da. He's going to see teachers at the time that would do that. So he teaches situational intelligence along with the movement, okay? And, my form has actually kind of changed quite a bit from And I used to get stuff his way pretty religiously. Then I started to notice, for example, he really liked the sort of guys below, but I kind of, somebody big, I really don't want them to come over the top on me. I'd rather have them try to come in underneath me and have something they don't expect. Okay. Okay. So, you know, but I still think situationally that way. All right. And a lot of times what happens is we react and then we go, oh my God, I really messed up. Why did I mess up? Well, I reacted, and oftentimes that information that wasn't appropriate for the situation. So you've got to kind of review stuff. You got to kind of review, oh my God, it's usually a bad feeling. I get caught, you know, just with a stupid amount of information, think I know everything and I don't. And so you kind of feel, and then that's scary. Okay. And then essentially we put it this way, that fear is the next step. From that fear is what he called enlightenment. Holy Toledo. Oh, wow. Okay. Not flat-footed and stupid. Wow. What happened? My idea didn't fit the situation. I didn't even know that was important. So I just did it in a mechanical, stupid way. And what happened? And then there's that fear. It's like, do I do that and other things? Probably yes. So, you know, the situational intelligence is something we're training as well. Essentially said there was kind of like what you would call, I think it's 4 virtues. I never get them right. But you develop yourself intellectually. You're not just a gorilla that can get people's arms off. You develop yourself morally. Because a lot of times if they got power, they don't care how they treat people. All right. Well, since they had incredible power, you didn't misuse it. Physical development. But there's something called Joshiki, which is translated a lot as common sense. But really what it is developing situational intelligence. I'm part of a Japanese company. I can go up and insult the CEO and tell him what I think of him when I'm drunk at a party. I shouldn't do that without the alcohol or I'm supposed. It's just stuff like that. And conversely, if you're in a company where the guy's running everything, doesn't know what he's doing, it could be somebody running a country, you know? And you got to say, you know, I don't want to work for this guy anymore. Okay. So, I mean, that situational intelligence is more like common sense, but we cloud our minds with so much detail and information that sometimes we don't see what's really obvious. The situational intelligence. Maybe I shouldn't walk down that alleyway. Maybe I shouldn't da-da-da-da. You're like, yeah, okay, I've got a black belt. I should, yeah, but on the other hand, maybe you should just take a safer route. Maybe you should tell people, you know, that's kind of a crazy area. Even the old dojo on Martha Street, it was not a good place for women to come at night. Location was awful. I can understand why women didn't want to come. We had like one woman that used to come in the evening classes, you know, and that was understandable. You know, I'd go to the dojo and there was like a police cordon area. What happened? Well, there was a crime scene. I was going, oh, okay. In fact, that whole block all the way to the fire station on Martha was full of crime scenes. This is a much safer neighborhood. The neighborhood that we'll be moving into is a much safer one. Okay, so anyway, Thank you very much. Oh boy.